My kid's teacher called me irresponsible for her lunch, so I proved her wrong. My daughter Anna is diabetic, type 1, diagnosed at age 5 after she collapsed during a playdate. Her lunch isn't just food, it's literally medicine that keeps her alive. Every morning, I carefully portion proteins, count specific carbs, measure everything to keep her blood sugar stable. Her lunchbox has a glucose meter, insulin pen, and emergency snacks. It's a system her endocrinologist and I perfected over 2 years. Anna's in 3rd grade now and handles her condition like a champ. She knows to test before eating, calculates her insulin dose, and recognizes warning signs. I'm incredibly proud of how mature she's become. Last Tuesday, her teacher Ms. Rose pulls me aside after pickup, says Anna's lunch is too complicated and creating a distraction. Other kids are asking questions about her medical supplies. She suggests Anna should eat simple kid food like everyone else. Sandwiches, chips, juice boxes. You know, normal stuff. I tried explaining the medical necessity, how Anna's specific meal plan prevents dangerous blood sugar spikes and crashes, how those normal foods could literally put her in the hospital. Ms. Rose cut me off. You're being overly dramatic. Kids need normal lunches. All this medical stuff is just making her feel different. Then she hit me with this gem. Maybe if you stopped treating her like she's sick all the time, she'd be more normal. I was stunned. This woman, with zero medical training, was telling me to ignore my child's life-threatening autoimmune condition for the sake of fitting in. But it got worse. She suggested I just pack Anna a regular sandwich and stop overthinking everything. Said other parents were starting to complain that Anna gets special treatment. I asked what special treatment. She said letting Anna keep medical supplies at her desk and test her blood sugar when needed. I realized this wasn't about lunch. This was about Ms. Rose being uncomfortable with disability accommodations. So I scheduled an emergency meeting with Principal Sterling and brought Anna's endocrinologist, Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown didn't mess around. She brought charts showing normal blood sugar versus diabetic ranges, explained how Anna's meal timing and carb ratios prevent emergency room visits. She described insulin reactions in detail, the confusion, shakiness, potential loss of consciousness, then showed what happens when diabetic kids eat high-sugar normal snacks without proper medication adjustments. Ms. Rose sat there looking increasingly uncomfortable as Dr. Brown explained the difference between dietary preferences and medical necessities. Then Principal Sterling asked the question I'd been waiting for. Ms. Rose, do you have any medical training or certification in diabetes management? Well, no, but I've been teaching for 15 years. I know what kids should eat. Dr. Brown leaned forward. Would you tell a child with a severe peanut allergy to just eat peanuts and stop being dramatic? Would you take an inhaler away from an asthmatic child because it makes them different? Ms. Rose got real quiet. Dr. Brown continued. Anna's diabetes management is no different. Her medical supplies and meal plan aren't special treatment. They're life-sustaining necessities protected under federal disability law. Principal Sterling took notes while Dr. Brown explained the legal requirements for accommodating students with medical conditions. She mentioned that failing to provide these accommodations could result in federal investigations and potential lawsuits. The room went silent. Ms. Rose's face had gone pale as she realized the gravity of what she'd been suggesting. Dr. Brown then pulled out her phone and showed actual case studies of children who'd been hospitalized because school staff interfered with their diabetes management. One child in Texas nearly died because a teacher took away their glucose tablets, thinking they were candy. The meeting ended with Ms. Rose apologizing profusely and agreeing to follow a formal accommodation plan. But I wasn't done. I requested that Ms. Rose complete diabetes awareness training before continuing to teach Anna. Principal Sterling agreed immediately. Now Anna has official documentation for her medical needs. Ms. Rose personally ensures her lunch routine goes smoothly and even learned basic diabetes signs to watch for. The other kids have stopped asking invasive questions because Ms. Rose finally treats Anna's medical needs as normal classroom protocol instead of a disruption. She even set up a class presentation where Anna explained diabetes in kid-friendly terms, turning her condition into a learning opportunity. Last week, Anna came home beaming. Ms. Rose had praised her for being responsible with her health management in front of the whole class. The best part? Anna overheard Ms. Rose telling another teacher that she learned more about medical accommodations in one meeting than in 15 years of teaching. Sometimes people need a reality check from an actual expert to understand that keeping a child alive isn't being dramatic, it's being a parent.